Alright guys, how you doing? We got Guan Yu in the A to Z here. I know what you're wondering, why the hell are we spectating the game? Unfortunately, some crazy shit happened. My stream, I guess Twitch bugged out. I needed to reset my Twitch key and everything. It ruined the stream and it ruined the video. But I would not allow it to ruin everything. This was a really good Guan game, and it was by far the best Guan game we were going to get. We're up against Hurricane, who is probably he's the best Susanoo that I've seen. He's incredibly strong with this god. And we had a really, I won't say, well, who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, yeah. So we got, oh, yeah, I got to show you. I got to do the other overlay. Okay, we'll do this. There we go. So yeah, both of us started Shell, which was interesting. I know that he's a big fan of Shell. I'm a big fan of Shell as well. Helps a lot for the early game burst that's going to come out. Usually I would like to go something like Horrific, but you can't really lock Susanoo down that well, as you know, pretty much everybody knows. Crazy escape potential across the board. He doesn't have the same passive anymore, though, that used to give him extra movement speed for using abilities. Now it gives him more power for using abilities. It doesn't really synergize well with like his lore or like the character he is as much, but yeah. So there were many moments like this where it looked like I was about to die, but Guan, that's pretty much, you know, what he does. He gets that low and then he heals back up. I've been liking leveling his 1 after his 3 now. The good thing about this matchup for Guan, while Guan's not a great god, one that you don't see often for a reason, being one of the lesser, one of the lesser warriors, he really doesn't have a lot of like boxing potential past his 3. Once his 3 is down, he doesn't have much. What he can do to help mitigate that is use his 2 correctly on the enemy god to try to lower his cooldown. So get that 3 up more often. And sometimes even go auto attack. In this kind of matchup, I wouldn't, because it's an assassin that's only going at 1 defense, at least for now. Once they do go double defense, then you should get at least 1 auto attack item. But yeah, for his general game plan, really only into double defense or into tanky characters like other warriors or guardians, and such. The hardest part about Susanoo will be locking him down, of course, in this kind of a matchup. You know, you can't really expect to find a lot of early kills on him if he's playing it correctly. So you really just have to try to stick it out and hope that he'll like expend all of his options. Chalices reset your attack chains for warriors? That's crazy. What the hell? I didn't know that. Yeah, Chalice is like the name of the game right now. It's such an incredible item in Duel, or consumable to have. Just allowing you to stay in so many fights and stay in lane for so much more often. I really like neutered my capability in the last season by not going it. Started out this ult a little awkwardly, unfortunately a little too far from him, but we did get a shell for it, so that's pretty good at least. And we got his ult too, so ult for ult, and he used the shell. See, the shell in that kind of position just saving him. Give him so much extra health for that early that you really desperately need it. It could be the thing that turns a fight in these kinds of close skirmishes, especially between like melees. Yeah, really, what we're seeing here is I'm able to exert so much pressure on the wave because I have better clear than he does in general. If he sticks to me while I'm clearing, then he can do a lot of damage, and I think that's generally what his game plan should be. But then at the same time, if I kind of back it up while he's doing that, he's used all of his clear, has no more for the wave. Also, are the game sound effects too loud? You guys, they sound too loud to me. But yeah, also Guan Yu has the knockup immunity against Susanoo's too, and that works out very well. And here I think, probably finding out that my stream was dying. I'm gonna pretend that I'm playing right now, though. Hit him with the... Yeah, heal. Exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah. Not my greatest horse, so I'm gonna dip the other way. During this time, I was under a lot of duress trying to figure out what was wrong with the stream, alright? So, bear with me. What with this skin? Because I think the Guan Unicorn is just too played out at this point, you know? Like, what are you gonna do with it? Too much. It was great when it first debuted, but since then, it's overkill. Yeah, so still no first blood. Both of us is like really duking out at each, just each time that we could, and yet no one dying for the first blood yet. Because both of us were being really respectful of just like giving each other a lot of leeway. Recognizing that either of us could just blow the other one up on a moment's notice. See, I had to have really quick reactions like that. I think this is actually the best I've ever played Guan by far. We're going in for the kill here, but I didn't use the rest of it because I wanted the immediate stun. But what I didn't realize was that this man didn't have his abilities up, so I could have kept going with that and actually gotten the first blood for free without trading out, unfortunately. Yeah, I just assumed, you know, so often you assume with Susano, he's going to have at least like 2 more escapes up after he's already used his, right? Because that's what he does. So, you know, I didn't want to leave any room for any bullshit and just went for it. And he used the shell really brilliantly there. And it just worked out for him. So I still got the first blood in, though, before he killed me. So, of course, incredibly worth. But, yeah, it didn't need to be a sacrifice kill like that. Over and picks up the red buff. I got my I'm going up against the gladiator shield here. It's a really good item, I think, for Susano in this kind of position. Really allows him to just use his natural burst along with getting some good tankiness, and he's healing a good amount off of its passive as well. Yeah, the 2 of us are very aggressive players, so we're just both looking to stick out each of these fights. This fall recall skin is the best by far. Easily. All of them look better. Oh yeah, so I'm just gonna fast forward past this when I had to pause this out. Alright, there you go. Here, I still couldn't figure out how to get my stream back on. And he's taking a nice little level lead. Up about a full level right now. Even though I had the gold lead, he's just able to take the buff so much more reliably. I mean, that's how it works with a warrior. Let me know, by the way, you guys, if you hate this format, if you like this format, because I've had people ask specifically for this kind of thing before, if I could just look at matches, like good matches, and review them. But yeah, I definitely understand if you don't like them, so of course let me know. Try not to be too rude about it. So we had some really unfortunate circumstances here, and I wouldn't have tried this out if I didn't know that a lot of people had already asked for this kind of video, though. Yeah, 'cause it's interesting to be able to look at your own game at a bird's eye perspective, you know. Getting so low here, yet not dying. The Guan heal is so clutch, and then the chalices as well. Guan is such a clutch god. Like, he's kind of like a mini Susano in that he has a lot of movement in his kit, and he can just kind of get out of the scariest spots. Oh my god, see, look at us both so low here. And here's where he does a great play and uses the fog to get what the fuck, I don't know what the fuck it is, I forget sometimes, but he uses his ability, his teleport, to get right past me there. I was trying to intercept it, but not quite. Got him anyway, though, right there, because I was able to cancel the tele assault into the dash. Dash doing a lot of damage at that point, so just burning right through him. Even though he started out double defense, he's still his procs are being shred by Guan's 3, which is really the difference maker in these engagements. It's really hard for a warrior to go up against this kind of build. I leveled, yes, I did level my 2 at first, and then went into the 1. I was realizing that the heal on the 1 was really doing so much. I was not expecting it to, or rather, it was increasing so much. I didn't expect that. Wow, so much damage onto him yet again, but he's just out. But he pushes me towards him here. still with so many escape options on that Susanoo, with the really good amount of cooldown that the Gladiators plus breastplate already gives him. He's already at 30%, which is 2 items. One of them being like a hybrid item. Look at this right here. Nothing he can do. He had already channeled the ultimate there, and I popped the Shield of Thorns. It's one of the best things you can do against Susanoo. Like they're just screwed no matter when that thing comes at you, because it's going to do the same amount of damage either way. It doesn't get stronger as it charges. It only gets the knock-up part of it. So yeah, and gets more massive in its AoE. Yeah, so he was pretty doomed there from the start, and we were able to really make great use of the position that we were in. Just the fact that, you know, we're tanky-ass Guan with a Titan's Bane now, being able to shred through him. Maybe this will be the standard format for every game, right? It's better, right? I can talk like better. It's because it's harder to narrate as things are going on, you know, as you're in the thick of it. Especially in matchups like these where, you know, anything can go wrong at a moment's notice. You have to be so alert. With Guan, you really have to be quick on your 2 and 3, like especially with like canceling the tallow to go into your dash, and as well as with your heal, because your heal can auto attack cancel for you too. So you want to be doing that correctly. All of Guan, he's a very fun guy because he's very difficult to use at like the highest levels, to always be maxing, or not maxing, always making the best out of each of his abilities, and the rotation of those abilities most importantly. What's this guy doing? This is where I think I finally figured out what was wrong with my stream. I decided I was going to fix it. Yeah, he's going into Titan's Bane as well, and this was his big problem here, not going into Brawler's Beat Stick, in my opinion. He could have even just gone Brawlers before Breastplate at this point, because not having a heal, or not having anti-heal into Guan Yu is a very, very bad call. And I think that's what allowed me to get so ahead here. I didn't get how he didn't grab me there, but... So my 3 not only giving me the knock-up immunity there on his ultimate, but also on his 2. So great. All right, so everything expended by both of us there. But unfortunately, he's got beads coming up. So I used 2 actives there, whereas he only used 1. Both ults now. Really tricky engagement. Like I said, it's such a fun game. I figured, you know, there's no better game than this. We're just both going at it, and Guan being able to go at it with the with Susanoo because of like the niche matchup that he's got here was so interesting to me. It's definitely not something you get to see every day. I was getting ready for the teleport. This time he's getting the better of me though, even though I have the level lead and, you know, better for, you know, more of my build advance. He's still starting to win these skirmishes, and it's due to the fact that he's actually finally getting pen online. Susanoo, you know, a much better god than Guan in Duel, should get the upper hand as the game progresses. The more he gets pen, and the more he's actually, you know, gets his build solidified. So that's what, you know, that's worrisome, and I'm trying to mitigate that with the double defense Nimian and you know, the standard warrior build. Just try to get it as quickly as possible, no nonsense. Going into Jotun's here. See, like the way that you can integrate autos between his abilities is so cool, Guan. He's got the full Titan's Bane done now, but we're doing a lot of damage to him. Like I said, my healing is the biggest problem for him. Each time reacting to his 2 to get that knock up. It's amazing that this shit hit me. The radius on that thing is ridiculous. He's just so elusive, so you got to stick your neck out there so much in order to try to catch him, especially the lower his cooldowns get with his build. And like I said, already starting out with such low ones. Here, I think I super overcommit because I used Shield of Thorns too early, right? That's one of the worst things. Okay, never mind. I didn't overcommit there, but I did use the Shield of Thorns early, and then it ends up adding to me using another relic. And that's how you know that you're fucked, because I knew that at this point, if I didn't get things going for me, I would soon lose this game, and I couldn't afford that, right? Because I was making history here with the Guan Fu, so I wanted to be able to do it. And look at this, so close, both of us yet again, but just finds me here, and that is a big turning point because now he's up in gold slightly. He's going to be taking down the red buff. You know, he's in the driver's seat with this match going forward, and that is really rough to be you know, staring down this situation as a Guan at this point. He's just trying to get as much farm as he can here. I'm gonna go back to me, so I'm alive. I did it. I made it back. I didn't even have enough gold to finish up that Jotun's there, unfortunately. So the cooldown reduction not quite there yet for me. He's got the experience lead again as well, and that beat stick just doing work now. It's gonna be able to mitigate so much of the healing that I'm doing and give him a really good look. See, he expended all of his options there, so easy ult. Gets so much damage. Guan Yu's ultimate's actually, I think, one of the better damaging ultimates in the game if you can hit all of it. Huh, you said that minion stuck on the wall? Look at this. Incredibly close, but we can't find the auto. Guan Yu's fucking broomstick is not long enough, and yet I even hit that, and this man walks. So, of course, what do you think I'm going to do in this situation, right? Something stupid. So I have to go for it, right? He's coming from behind me. I know it. I'm looking at him, fucking about to destroy him. I know that he has nothing up. He's just used everything. I know that he's waiting there, right? So I'm looking. I say, let's go, buddy. Boom. And it's over. So fucking close. That's one of those losses where it's heartbreaking because you were doing the thing with Guan, and it's incredibly hard to do in that kind of situation as the game goes forward. Still keeping it so close, but at least we lost in such close skirmishes that were super fun. So it was a damn good game. Shoutouts to Guan, and shoutouts to Susano and Variation's new name, which is Hurricane. GG. And the reason I surrendered there again is because I felt like it was going to be a one of those cases of Guan just well, it was one of those cases of Guan just falling off hard, and with the beat stick and everything there, the only reason I came close in that last engagement was because he expended everything, allowed me to hit him with every hit of my ultimate. It just, yeah, I don't think it was going anywhere from there. Plus, I had the frustration of the stream dying. But more than anything, I really don't think there was much potential. You can't really transition into auto attack too well against that god because you're not going to be able to land too many autos. But yeah, I feel like it was a good time. You know, sometimes you just feel like it's a good time. Like, that's it, you know. Guan's had his fill. Like, that was a good game. GG.